discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome to the discussion for Alien Frontiers, and I know this is a little bit different. Normally, I have, my friends here with me, and then we talk about the game, and then how it all, turned out and stuff, and then you get kind of their feedback and stuff, but I feel like it was a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, because, and I feel like we just didn't talk about, the actual game. And I kind of wanted to just redo it and give our thoughts. But I will give you their rating, at the end of what they said on a scale of 1 to 10. So, how is Alien Frontiers? Well, first of all, let's talk about what I didn't like about the game and what their general feedback as well. Because we did do the discussion. It's just I just felt like we didn't really talk about it as much as I wanted. So they actually really didn't have any notable complaints about the game. And honestly, neither did I. I really have no problems with this game at all, other than it's it's kind of themeless. It's there, but I mean, obviously you're rolling dice and that's your worker, and you just place them and they do that spot. That's a mute, dislike, because it's a dice worker placement game. So other than that, yeah, no, I had no complaints about this game. If I really had to kind of try and find anything, it's that the game kind of ends pretty suddenly, because how the game ends is once the person places their last colony, game's immediately over, and you look over at the scoreboard, and whatever it is, that's it. There's no end game victory points, there's no secret hidden objectives, there's nothing. So the victory point track is open knowledge the entire game. You can see if you're going to win, if you're going to lose, how you can jump up and stuff. And then if someone places their last colony trying to bum rush and get a victory, then that's pretty much that. Which segues into the things I like about the game, because that's pretty much what it is for dislikes. So talking about the victory point track. Now, as most of you may know, I am actually I love endgame, points. I don't really like those things about, hey, okay, well, I can see who's gonna win by the end of it, so if I'm getting my ass kicked, then I'm not even gonna try, like if they're at 20 and you're at 3, it's like, pfft, okay. So I really like games that have that ending where it's like, oh, I can get like a shit ton of points if I follow this, and they won't know. Yeah, there's points in a point track that you'll go up, and at the end there's this extra stuff. I like that. Now this game doesn't have that, but I still really like the victory point track. You might be like, asking why? Well, because the victory point track is like, it fluctuates. So it's not just, hey, get your points and these are your points. No, you're going to be going up and down the entire time, because if you control a area on the map, you get an extra point. So if someone takes that control from you, you go down, they go up. Every time you build a colony, you go up. There are alien artifacts that if you have it, you have a point. If someone takes that from you, you go down, they go up. So it fluctuates, and as you saw, I ended on, I think, 11, Kat was on 9, and I believe Devin was at 8. So it was a very, very close game. The track only goes up to 14. I'm guessing that that's the max you could ever get. If you're playing with 4 people, if you're playing with 2 people, you both have 8 colonies, and then if you controlled an area, yeah, I mean, pretty much, I don't think you'd ever really get above, 14, because, well, no, you might, I don't know. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that it's a very short point game. It's not like anyone's going to get 14 and go around and be like, oh, I have 28 and stuff like that. No, you're going to be battling back and forth, because it's kind of cutthroat. You're really wanting to get and make sure that they don't get all the abilities of the places. You really want to, take those abilities away from them and either get it in yours or just neutral. And you don't want them to have, control over all these areas, because then they get extra points. So you're fighting for that battleground, which I think it does a really good job. So even though it doesn't have any endgame scoring, what you see is what you get. I kind of like that for this game. Then it comes to the actual gameplay, I really like dice worker placement. I'm a huge fan of rolling, especially this, and seeing what you get, and then looking at all your options, which might sound a little bit weird because you would think that, oh, it's all luck. Yeah, there's no strategy to it. It's what you get on the result. Well, that's actually not true because, well, it is a little bit, because it's like, okay, what if you just roll shit? You don't get your doubles, you don't get your triples, you don't get any of that, you don't get a sequence to do certain places. That's fine. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places you can go, and all of them will benefit you. If you don't get exactly what you need, you can go get resources, which will help you. If you, I mean, the way you win this game is getting colonies out. So if anything, you just go and put a colony in the colonist hub and just start building that way, which is a way for you to win the game and get points. So the dice actually don't end up screwing you as much as you would think. Can you see my eyes? There we go. There we go. Now you can see my beautiful hang. So, and then there are the alien tech cards, which you would think are broken, but they're actually not, because one, there's ways to steal them from other players. If they're really getting a good one, then you can just take it from them. Others, there's duplicates of every single one, and it's very easy to be like, ooh, hey, I don't like any of those out there, and then just putting a die there and wiping them and hopefully getting something you do like. Then, so all of them, I think, are actually incredibly balanced, and there are techs in here that mitigate your dice, allow you to spend fuel, which is so easy to get, to either add a result or lower a result to allow you to get an action that you were really hoping for. So the alien techs are really cool and powerful, but not overpowerful to where it's going to break the game if someone gets them. And then, so yeah, your dice don't hose you, at least in my experience. And then each space that you go to is unique and allows you to go into an area that you actually, will help you benefit in this game. Another thing I like is that each individual spot has a ability that really benefits just another spot on the board. It's not like some, ethereal ability that you just now have. It's, hey, if you go, it's like what is it? Asimov Crater. Hey, that's only going to benefit you if you go to the colonist hub. So those abilities kind of will guide you into a strategy that you want to do. So I really like that. I like the area control aspect of the map because it's points, it's abilities, and it's just really fun. And it closes off real quick, especially in a 3 or 4 player game. Because you're really going to oh, hey, I don't want you to have that ability, so fine, I'll make it neutral. Yep, you lost a point, and you don't get the ability. So it's kind of cutthroat in the map area. Another thing I really like is the fact that your dice, your actions are immediate. You don't roll your dice, place one, other player goes, they place one. No. If you have all your dice, you roll all of them, and then you do all your actions on your turn. And I really, really like that. And the actions are immediate. They're not like summoning sickness or something. Yeah, hey, if you need a fuel to go to the shipyard, then you place a die there, you get your fuel, then you go to the shipyard and you build your ship. It's not like they happen simultaneously. No, where you go, they do it, then you go to another action and you do it. I really, really like that. It's awesome because a lot of these games are they are kind of more engine-y to where it's okay, well, it takes time for me to get all my resources. And this war of mine, for example, is you couldn't put someone down to find rubble or to bury through rubble to get resources to go build something. They're doing it all at once, so you have to have the resources to do that action. That's not the case with this game. If you can go to the solar converter, get fuel, then to the lunar mine to get iron, then go build a ship. Or if you rolled 3 of a kind and you have an extra die, go and you need 1 more ore, go to the lunar mine, and then you can get your ore, then go and do the colony constructor. Yeah, the constructor to build a colony. I love that freedom with the dice. They did such a really good job about how you're not really limited, but you kind of are. Because the game scales according to the number of players. So whenever you place your dice, you do the action immediately and you get to do all of them, and they stay there until your next turn. So that means that if in a 2-player game, for example, if I went to the shipyard and placed 2 identical results and I'm started building my ship, the next person doesn't get to build a ship. They have to go somewhere else. So you're blocking each other off. And it's not a mean game, at least I don't think. Yes, it can get kind of cutthroat, but it's not like, haha, fuck you in particular. It's, hey, there's a method to it. There's logic behind every action that you want to do. And most of the time, yeah, you can kind of leave each other alone. You kind of do have to go out of your way a little bit to, block someone from doing something. Sometimes it could just be going to the alien artifact and being like, I really don't want anyone to have this, and just removing it because you didn't happen to get a total of 8, so you just put a 1 there and wipe it. It works really, really well, and like I said, I have no complaints. Devin and Kat didn't have any complaints with this game. And it's obvious why there's 5 editions. What I would really kind of like now at this point is maybe a few expansions. I know 4th edition had expansions, so I'm sure they'll be coming out, I hope, with some. And it doesn't even have to be a lot, because at this core, this game is extremely simple. Which I like. For what it is, yeah, this game could essentially be a gateway game. It looks like there's a lot to do. But there's really not. Like, your goal is to get colonies on this planet. 3 ways to do it. 1 is luck driven, 1 is, hey, you're going to sacrifice a ship, and 1 is just a slow build. And either one of those work for you. You're not going to get hosed by, oh, I can't ever get any colonies out. You will always be able to get colonies out, one way or another. And so, yeah, like, it looks a little bit more, difficult than it actually is. No, roll dice, look around the board, oh, okay, this is what I can do with what I got. That's pretty much it. And then, so yeah, I really, really enjoyed this game. But, like I said, I'm not a gateway player, so I just want more. So, like, more places you can go to, more alien techs, and that's pretty much it. Maybe more of these, generators that you can place on the spot. Like, that would be cool, too. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Devin gave it an 8, Kat gave it an 8, and I also gave it an 8. So you got an 8 out of 10 across the board with this game. Like, I almost gave it a 7, but, that's not a fair score for something I have no complaints about. So 8 out of 10 for Alien Frontiers. Now, if you have played this game, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to support us, you can go ahead and click that link to go to my Patreon account. If you have any suggestions, you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes below to go to my Board Game Geek list. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.